Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I hope everybody's doing well. We're just gonna today go over a quick tutorial on getting familiar with some of the simple math operations within Excel. Get y'all familiarized with it before moving forward. So, just gonna cover how to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, and compute some averages and a few simple little things in Excel today, real quick. So. Um, we got Excel open, and I'm just going to quickly make a little data set for you guys, so something to mess around with for a little bit. It's a little trick too in Excel. If y'all weren't aware of that, you can type, something with certain intervals, and Excel will take it, and then you just highlight the boxes you want. You can drag them down. You see how it goes by 10 there, or it goes 1 to 10 there as well. But anyways, if we want to get addition, we'll see the sum here. We can subtract, multiplication, and division. So these are fairly simple. If you want to if you already know the values you want to subtract or you want to add, you can do that generically by itself. If you want to do 10 plus 20, let's say, that should equal 30, and it automatically computes that there. And you see how just type in equal, I use a parentheses here and then an in parentheses and type everything within it. The same thing with subtraction. Say if we want to do 20 minus 10, right? And there you go, that equals 10. And multiplication, usually you just have to use an asterisk, okay? 2 times 5, I messed that up real quick, didn't I? 2 times 5, and that should equal 10 here, okay? And then division, so if we want to do 10 divided by 2, that should equal 5. So that's a way to compute them all, and you can see the computations here as well, okay? Now, say if we want to do something a little more complex, it's really not that complex. We could add this whole column here, right? We could do this. We could do equals sum, parentheses, and then here it tells you to enter the numbers that you want to, but you can also click on A1, and then you can just drag it all the way to A10. So see how it goes A1 with the colon here, A10. Then you close the parentheses and hit enter. That adds everything there together, okay? Why this function is really neat is if one of these values happen to change within here, let's say it's 50. See how this is 55 now? If we change that value to 50, it automatically updates that column for you, okay? Um, and the same can be done with um, your other things as well. Let's try the average. And we can do an average of this column as well. So equals, and that computes the mean. So 1 through 10, see how it goes A1 through A10. This is A1 to A10 here, and then you can close parentheses, and that'll give you the average there. Now doing subtraction, let's say obviously you can't subtract all this from itself. It's generally good to have a good number, but one thing you can do is we could subtract this whole column here, and I'm just going to control click it and see how that equals C12, that text box there. And let's say we want to take 50 away from it, right? That gives us the value there, okay? So it's 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 and so forth. And multiplication can be done the same way. So if we have the value in C12 and we want to multiply that by, let's say 10, okay? Just for simplicity, we add a 0 onto it, so it's 950. Now, if this value changes, let's change this again. See how all these columns update here, because everything's predicated on the sum value of A1 through A10. That's the total sum, and this multiplication value is sum value times 10, all right? And even the average changed too as well. So if we change this back, let's change it to 1,000, and all these numbers here change as well. So y'all can kind of mess around with it. Those are some simple functions to get y'all familiar with this and how it operates. Not too complex, nothing too complex today. There is one other thing I want y'all to know, understand, is to get this data analysis tool. You can find links on YouTube that show you how to install it. It's real simple. You just go to File, you click on this Options here, and you add add-ins here. And you're going to click on your Excel add-ins and see I already have the analysis tool pack already available to me. So click on this data tab here, you click the data analysis here, and you have a variety of functions that we'll definitely use later on going forward with statistics with these types of tests that we want. But for simplicity, descriptive statistics describe a sample, okay? Describe measures of central tendency. This is your input range here. Let's say we want A1 through A10. See how I just highlighted those boxes and dragged it down? And that's that. The output range, this is where I want the box to be. And let's put it over here. I want to keep the summary statistics, the confidence interval. If I had labeled this column, say it was age or something, or somebody's favorite type of ice cream or whatever, and then I can just click OK, and it gives me a whole bunch of different summary statistics, some descriptive statistics, the mean, which is basically the average, the median, which is basically the middle number. It's between 5 and 6 right there, and these are measures of central tendency, which we'll talk about later on as well, and the standard deviation, and all these things that are of interest for statistical purposes, okay? So y'all play around with these, look in the assigned readings for this week, and hopefully, they'll help you out going forward. Y'all take care.